Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions,
Hey everyone, all this talk about Grace Randolph, you know what? I should do another reaction to her video because she came out with a video today that I'm interested in seeing. I did not pre-watch Grace's video. I do want to work with her in the future. I don't necessarily think it'll happen. I would like to, and I think she's got a lot to say. I know some of even you viewers, you're not a big fan of Grace, but I do like what she provides. I think her videos are well put together. And it's about Comic-Con at home. Marvel is skipping the event. That's the title of the video. So I'm going to do a mad reaction. Should they be skipping? Is this, you know what, since Disney owns most of the properties we love, they want to hold things out for D23 and stuff. It's becoming ridiculous. Can these events continue in the future? If DC has their own event and Disney has their own event, what's going to be left for Comic-Con when it does come back and a physical presence instead of a virtual one? So here's the thumbnail. Am I mad? Look at Grace. She's shocked. She's shocked in that. All right, let's bring up the video and get reacting. All right.
Comic-Con's schedule went up today, and there was no Sunday surprise. That surprise! The Marvel is having a panel, and it will be on Sunday because the other days are pretty jam-packed with a lot of television panels. I'll break down the schedule for you tomorrow. Yes, there are still a few panels left that you might be interested in, and so maybe they would make Sunday Marvel Day. It's usually Kids Day, but this is of course a different kind of convention, and in fact, a lot of the panels that are going to be on Sunday aren't kid-related, aren't kid-specific. So that could have been...
they're gonna be there. Is she saying Sunday? Her title says skipping event. I don't understand, Grace. Comic-Con at home. I love seeing that logo. Would I like to go to a con in the future? Maybe, but I like having a virtual option for sure. I don't like to wait in line. Look, listen, I talk to my friends this way. Not that I'm opposed to meeting people in person. It's just, why bother sometimes, really? I just want the info. I want to be excited about movies. I don't necessarily want to wait in lines. I like exclusive merch. That is something I would like an online option for. But then it's going to get even harder. The scalpers will just show up. So I don't know what the answer is there. But let's continue.
Marvel Day. It could have been Marvel Day, and we were hoping that Marvel would show up because they do have stuff to promote, mostly Disney Plus shows. So the fact that they're MIA, I think, is alarming, not just because it sucks for Comic-Con, but it makes us wonder if maybe these things are more delayed than so far Disney has said. Will we get some last-minute announcements about shows being pushed back? Oh, it's a scary time to be an entertainment fan and just a human on the planet Earth. So anyway, yes, it's official. Like DC movies and TV, and even Warner Brothers movies, no Dune, for instance, the MCU will also be skipping Comic-Con at home. Comic-Con at home, I think, to be honest with you, seems like a little bit of a lame event.
No, Grace,
so
I disagree.
I'm not totally surprised.
I disagree, Grace. I think it could be exciting. Unfortunately, with the delays, yes, there's going to be less to... They're not ready to... You're right. I think Grace is right. I don't think they're ready to say what's happening with the shows because there is going to be a gap. Even with shows that most of the production is done, there's going to be a weird gap between season 1 and season 2. Maybe they're going to split the seasons. I don't even want to suggest that. Hell no, I don't want to wait for all this stuff. Oh God. But there's entertainment is going to be odd for years to come because you're going to see shows that even when they continue, there's going to be a long gap and stuff that they have finished season 1. I don't know how they're going to handle it.
But it's created a bit of a problem. When they first announced they were going to do Comic-Con at home, I was like, I'm going to be surprised if you get any really big movies to participate in this. And sure enough, no. It's just not the same. It's just not the same kind of event. It doesn't have the exclusive factor. It doesn't have the pilgrimage to San Diego thing going on. It's not the same. But speaking of big, exciting new events that we don't know what to expect, there's of course DC FanDome.
Yeah.
In August. But there are no set plans for an MCU event. We're going to discuss that. Now, this isn't the first time that Kevin Feige has skipped Comic-Con, right? He skipped as recently as 2018, and we weren't happy about it then either. But this year, it's a particular blow to Comic-Con at home. And now, the only movie, there is one, presenting at the convention is Bill and Ted 3. Harsh. So Comic-Con goes from being the premier pop culture event of the year to basically just another convention. Conventions that nobody pays any attention to.
She's not wrong, but listen, people, you're going to be paying attention to it, Grace. Everyone's paying attention to it because there's Callie. Enough, Callie. You're ruining the reaction. There's my dog's reaction. She's mad. She is mad that Marvel is not going to have a presence at the virtual con. But there's nothing else to talk about. So I would say you're on to something there, Grace, but times are different. People are going to pay attention. But if it's just about Bill and Ted 3, what else? Oh, God. Not that I'm against Bill and Ted 3, but I mean, I'm not rushing to the theater to see that. I'm not risking it for that. I will for Tenet. Has Tenet been pushed back? I shouldn't. I don't want to upset anyone. I don't want to even put. I'm sorry. What is going to be there? She has a point. This year it is. Hopefully next. Well, yeah, DC FanDome. Can you blame DC though? They want. I mean, this is the other. The truth is, this is the other big reason to buy these properties, to do these cons. They make a lot of money with these cons, and not only ticket prices, but all the licensing deals that you give to other companies to have exclusive content at your cons. People pay big money to license and make exclusive figures and vinyl figures.
Not even really into comic books and pop culture. I bet you don't even know there are other comic book conventions.
Oh, I know.
There are several throughout the year. But Comic-Con, in fact, it's called Comic-Con International because Comic-Con is a generic term that's really supposed to apply to all of these conventions. But of course, most people only know Comic-Con as one event, and that's San Diego's in July. Now, is this permanent? Will movies forever say sayonara to Comic-Con? They've been threatening it. People have been worried about Comic-Con for some time because apparently the Comic-Con leadership is not the nicest.
Oh, really?
So they're a little difficult. But as I've said before, I don't think this is permanent. A virtual event like DC FanDome is much cheaper. This is
next level stuff that I hope. I mean, I don't know for sure till it happens, but what DC's planning, DC FanDome, this is going to set the precedent for all others to come. Everyone's going to be watching this. Everyone's going to be watching this. I know I will. This is great. Yeah. I mean, let me know in the comment section below. Are you all for at home? I am. For sure. I mean, waiting in lines and seeing people in cosplay and stuff, it's fun. But save money, stay at home. I would still pay for a virtual event. I shouldn't say that, but I would. I would pay for a virtual option next year if they continue this way.
Cheaper to host, as we discussed before, than a physical event. Even D23 Expo is only every other year. Star Wars Celebration is mostly annual, but we're going to talk about that later on in this video as well. But anyway, to have a physical event, I don't think a studio like Warner Brothers, who doesn't hold any events, will want to pay for all the infrastructure of the hotels, the staff, the space, building everything within the space. It's a lot of work. Comic-Con has the experience. They have the deals in place.
Warner Brothers should focus on the digital first, and then as it gets bigger, maybe year 2 or 3, have a physical option, especially hopefully when there's a vaccine and stuff. This is a smart play, virtual first, where you can compete because the other places aren't on. They're not on schedule, so you can make FanDome the premier event if you hit it out the park with a virtual option first, and then physical brick and mortar options later with hotels. I still want to get, there's still exclusive merch. So I hope they get something with Funko or something. I don't know.
It's a well-oiled machine. So sure, let them do it. So I think that, Disney could put on their own event, and we're going to talk about that. But I think that other studios outside of Disney, because Disney, of course, is in the theme park business and owns the Anaheim, well, I don't know if they own the Anaheim Convention Center, but it's right next to their Disneyland theme park. But they are in that space already. The other studios are not, except I guess Universal. But Universal doesn't really have the brands to put on an event like that. Interesting. They could maybe team up with Warner Brothers, since Warner Brothers is hosting their Harry Potter rides anyway. But another thing, maybe Kevin Feige doesn't want to be an event that DC is not at, because then he doesn't have the chance to overshadow them, right? Did DC being a no-show make Comic-Con at home no fun for Feige this year? Why show up if your nemesis won't be anywhere in sight?
Yeah, sure. That's true. Marvel, I think they don't want to. I think they don't want to, like she said at the beginning, I think they don't want to comment on the Marvel shows because they're in Disney Plus. People are still subscribed to Disney Plus. I don't think you're going to hear much about those Marvel shows until closer or after The Mandalorian Season 2, and I think it's October. I don't think anything's launching before Mandalorian Season 2. So they want to keep it quiet because they don't want to say these shows may be delayed or, production for season 2s of these shows. And I think also because the way the Marvel is doing it, that they're so interconnected with the movies, it really complicates things. Like normally that would be the best thing, but timing is everything with the shows and the movies. They can't announce. That's a good topic for a video. They can't say what's happening with the Marvel shows because they're so interconnected with the movie universe. So you can't have a show come out and have something happen in the show that may be answered to the movie or vice versa, and not have the movie come out. It's a complicated. Marvel has they have a complicated situation. DC has the upper hand right now, and I'm not against Marvel.
Kevin Feige could have shown up and still been a hero, dominating the coverage and gotten major points for saving the Comic-Con event at home, not just for the organization, but for the fans who make it a big part of their annual what they do. As I said, I called it a pilgrimage. It's very much how many people view it. So they could have gone and they could have done that, especially because again they do have things they could technically promote. But I think DC FanDome was the final straw that made Kevin Feige say, I'm going to sit this one out. Because as I said when DC FanDome was first announced, this was the one time. So, this is exciting for DC fans. The DC actually,
yeah, they're gonna wait and watch because I think they don't really want to talk about what's happening with the MCU right now with the shows and the movies, and everyone's eyes are on DC FanDome. This is a huge win. The Snyder Cut has been a huge win. Anything else that comes out announced there, Michael Keaton returning in the multiverse, Batman and Flashpoint. They've been having a string of wins. There is no benefit for Marvel to come out basically saying, we're starting production. This is when season 1 comes out. Season 2 may be delayed. Season 1 may be delayed. I don't know. We might have had a Marvel show on Disney Plus by the end of the year before this chaos. I don't necessarily think it's happening now or even first quarter 2021. I'm not sure. So yeah, there's no benefit. DC is winning this summer with announcements. They're crushing it.
Actually got the jump on the MCU, keeping DC FanDome a secret until it was too late for Feige to be able to counter with his own event in time. Furthermore, a lot of DC FanDome is still secret. How will it actually work? What will it look like, right? They're making all these promises with these images, but I don't know how good it's actually going to look. How many people will tune in? How many people will walk around those halls and those islands, right? What kind of media coverage will it generate? I believe Kevin Feige is waiting to get all those answers before he makes his counter move. You can't be better than something unless you know what you need to be better than. I know a lot of you don't like, you're like, oh, Kevin Feige's a saint. He's not. There's
Ooh.
evidence. I mean, hey, he plays the game. Don't
Yeah.
hate the player, hate the game. But he constantly is doing everything that he can to undermine DC movies. And, he's very competitive. And so far it's worked. But I think there's something that's happened here which is interesting.
Okay.
But anyway, but the one curveball here is that I want to talk about first is what does that mean for upcoming MCU projects? Both MCU films and Disney Plus shows are significantly delayed because of Corona.
See?
Only Black Widow and Eternals were not. Black Widow was in the can. Eternals was far enough along that everything can be done in post, which everyone can do remotely. And many of us are wondering if Shang-Chi, it's supposed to start filming very soon, but we're wondering if that will even be able to make its May release date with these further delays. Disney ain't going to give up the first weekend of summer, so that means that Black Widow and or Eternals could move again. Black Widow could stay where it is, and Disney could just give up February and move Eternals to the opening weekend of summer. Or if things are still difficult here in the United States, they can move Black Widow to February and move everything back yet once again. But all of these movies are so far.
This is really the first huge challenge that the MCU has had. Because timing is everything with the cinematic universe, and then having the shows too was going to make it more complicated to track everything. So these things rely on each other. It's Captain Marvel too. Ooh, Hawkeye. What show are you looking forward to the most? Mine's still Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I'm happy. I think the majority of it's done. I'm looking forward to Shang-Chi, Spider-Man 3. Hawkeye, I'm surprised is still getting made. She-Hulk, yes. And Doctor Strange 2. And I rewatched Captain Marvel without my hater lens on Brie and on Disney Plus, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed Brie now. Then when I watched it the first time, I kind of had my hater vision on, remove it, and then you just enjoy it. Don't think about what she said or he said, and yeah.
Far off. Even if they stay at their current dates, it will be difficult to promote them now. You're not going to put out a new Black Widow trailer seems to have been, there's some saying that it was dated or it was rated by a trailer organization to be seen. But why would you put out a Black Widow trailer now and the movie doesn't come out for months? It seems just too early. However, the Disney Plus shows are supposed to be right around the corner. How can Falcon and Winter Soldier debut in late August or even the fall if Feige doesn't promote it until September at the earliest?
Yeah, I think it's delayed.
It's delayed.
Yeah.
And is WandaVision still going to hit this year? The movie that's supposed to come out of that, Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness, is now pushed to 2022. But if all Feige has to promote, even if these shows are still in position, are 2 Disney Plus shows, then he doesn't need to be at Comic-Con or have a big event to promote those shows. Again, he could have been a hero and helped Comic-Con out at home and been a savior to the fans, but he decided not to, I think, because he wants to see what this DC FanDome looks like.
Yeah,
now,
Kevin
Feige had planned only a 1-year break in the MCU after the landmark events ended to give everybody time to digest that stuff and get ready for a new era. But now he's looking at almost a 2-year break, which is a very long break. It's a good thing the MCU is as strong as it is, but that's a very long break, especially because he's going to be coming back with mostly all new characters.
I think when these movies eventually come out, the break is going to help their box office, because I think their box office was going to go little by little without the main characters being there. Like, Shang-Chi. I'm looking forward to Shang-Chi. And Black Widow, everyone's like, oh, it's going to make $1 billion. I don't think so. I really don't think it's going to make $1 billion. I really don't. Because a lot of the MCU success has been seeing things we haven't seen before, working towards Thanos and all that. Everything was building up. I think you're going to be shocked. But not having entertainment has helped.
That'll be difficult. It'll be interesting to see if Kevin Feige can navigate the same choppy waters that have failed everyone else, sunk everyone else. Will he get a pass from fans? I think it looks pretty good for him. He always gets a pass. But anyway, DC also has 2 movies in the can, interestingly enough. Wonder Woman 1984,
Thank
which is like
goodness.
Black Widow, pretty much done. And then the Suicide
Thank
Squad, which like
goodness.
Eternals had finished filming and now can be completed in post remotely. And
And
they're running some amazing TV shows.
and the Snyder cut and Ayer cut and Schumacher Batman Forever cut. Woo! DC is where it's at. They have a lot more content coming. And you don't have to delay the Snyder cut and Ayer cut. You could do it and release it. You don't have to worry about that. It's amazing. Amazing time to be a DC fan.
Right now that unfortunately nobody's watching. Now, Kevin Feige had a huge list of reveals last year at Comic-Con, debuting Phase 4 and the Disney Plus shows. And Warner Brothers, by the way, sat out last year at Comic-Con. So basically, we have a situation where this year DC is ready to make their big reveals, announcing their upcoming slate. Maybe, like Warner Brothers last year, the MCU will just sit this one out because Feige doesn't really have anything to announce. In fact, because of the coronavirus delay, this is allowing DC to, in fact, catch up to the MCU.
Yes.
They're going to be in the same spot. Before, the MCU was very far ahead, but I think this is giving Warner Brothers the time they need to figure out how to fix their situation and come up with some stuff that they feel is on the same level of Marvel, like this Flash movie that they're putting together potentially to really rival Doctor Strange 2.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for both. Cannot wait for both.
Yeah. Now, if DC FanDome is really, really successful, if this is an amazing event that everybody's just blown away by, then don't be surprised if Disney decides to up the ante, like Kevin Feige likes to do, by creating a Marvel-specific convention. As they have the experience with physical events, and even, as I said, Star Wars.
That's too much.
Which is an annual event. D23
that's
goes on every other year.
That's too much.
But Star Wars.
I'm gonna get pissed off if Disney has a separate Star Wars one, a separate Marvel one, and a separate D23. Come on, they're gonna do it though. She's on to something. Yeah, they'll probably do it. Unfortunately. Oh man, that's why, you know what? Cons of cons. I'm sick. I don't want cons not to happen, but too many and splintering off makes everything less exciting. No, I hope that doesn't happen. Let me know if you care. Do you just want a Marvel only?
Celebration is every year, although not right now, because as Disney resets that franchise, which is as troubled I think as the DC films were, although DC films have faltered box office wise, whereas Star Wars movies have stayed very box office strong at least. But Star Wars Celebration is skipping not just 2020 because of coronavirus, but they're also skipping 2021 because they got some work to do behind the scenes. So what do you think of the state of the reveal business? You know, it's, as you can see, everybody takes a year off here and there, but I think it's particularly bad because where are all the other movies? Because they've been pushed back so far. Usually other films present, but this year, that's not the case because almost everyone at this point has retreated to 2021. And James Bond isn't the type of movie that does, you know, convention appearances. So it just really sucks for Comic-Con at home. And for those of us who make Comic-Con at home a part of our lives. So again, what do you think of what's going on at the reveal business? Why do you think that Marvel is skipping Comic-Con at home? How do you feel about it? Do you think DC FanDome will be an enviable success? And would you spend the money to attend a Marvel-specific physical event? They have Comic-Con, but Star Wars sometimes shows up at Comic-Con, even though they have their own event. I think that Kevin Feige likes to be ahead of everybody else and be on top of everyone else. And if DC FanDome works, he's not going to let that go. He's not going to let it go. And so, you know what? You'll get to win because you'll get to go to a Marvel-specific event. And I think that could be really, really good. So, also, what do you think of this almost 2-year delay for the MCU? Do you think it will be at all difficult for them to recover from that? And do you think the DCEU can use that time to close the gap?
Yes.
Share your thoughts down below. Subscribe today.
I am.
Of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.
Oh, I am already subscribed, Grace. I'm thinking about becoming a member. I'm thinking about it because I've also criticized Grace about her members only chat. But then I checked it out. Well, you know what? I'll show you. Okay, that's a good thing. I will show you her join. She only has one tier. Let me show you this. She only has one tier, $4.99 a month. Yeah, you get the badges and the emojis, but that's it. And with the amount of subscribers she has, it would make sense that you could even view the chat with the amount if she just read everyone's. So you have to think about it that way. She's got almost 1 million subs. If she just, I mean, this is what I say: criticize until you try it yourself. Just like that stream, I had like 100 people watching when I had unannounced guest last Thursday night, and I had a hard time viewing the chat. It also separates the haters and spammers and people trying to, just hate on you. So $4.99. But does she still get? I have to watch it, see if she gets super chat still. But she'll respond to it if it's just a member. I have to look into that. I'm thinking about it, Grace. And yes, I do want to collab. Will she do it? I don't know. Now, to diagnose her take, I think it was a good take. I think it was a good video. Listen, I've long talked about virtual events, and I got laughed at months ago on different movie talks. I said, yeah, virtual events are a good thing. And they're like, no. Yeah, and then DC FanDome was announced. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Leave your comments below. Movie Madness tonight at 11. You know what? I'll bring back Mad Max Mailbag. Leave your comments below if you can't make the live show, and you'll be included in it. See you later. Bye.